Hello everyone, it's Armstrong here from Madai Miniatures, and today I want to build a hover car, and as a base I'm gonna use this custom Datsu. I love pretty much everything about the look of this car. I love the color scheme and all the little decals on it that already exist, so I'm gonna try to preserve as much as I can. So I already drill out the base and got rid of the wheels, as well as I cut out the space for a small jet engine. And I 3D printed all the parts I'm gonna need, at least I think so. I have some hover discs, and well, a little bit more of them. I have 4, one for each wheel. And I have some guns. They're gonna be mounted under the car. Right now they don't look too good, but after painting they're gonna look just fine. Some futuristic looking engine-y bits, I guess, and small jet thruster or engine or whatever you want to say, and one more of those little futuristic, I don't know, power nodes or whatever. As well, I made a couple of green stuff pipes, and I have some guitar strings just in case, and a base for it. So without further ado, I'm just gonna start to build him. I have my super glue in here, and I already pre-measured where the pieces are going, so this time around I'm a bit more prepared than usually. So this small engine is just slotting in here, that's why I cut out the piece of the base there. And now we have this. It doesn't show from the back when you have it standing as is, but it's good. That's what I wanted it to look. And I'm just gluing the hover discs, or whatever you call them, maglogs, into the wheel wells. Oh, where is the other round one? I wanted on the... Oh, I wanted them at the back. Yeah, I prepared for everything and then I screw it straight away. So yeah, sorry for not posting for last couple of weeks, but well, I really tried a couple of times, but for some reason YouTube didn't want to render my videos fully. So I really hope that this video finally gonna get rendered properly. I did uninstall my program and install it back again, so I hope that this gonna help. And if that helps, I just gonna grab the other videos they made and just render them back again to post them at the later time. So this is pretty much how far I planned ahead. So I have this duck looking, or a frog looking spaceship car. I want to have this gun, but I don't want it on the roof or on the hood. So since it is a flyer, I think that throwing it here gonna work. So yeah, let's just do that. So apply glue to the gun itself. And I'm really trying to keep in frame, as I tend to struggle with it. So that's why the white background today is my guide. Okay, this actually look quite cool and quite crooked. Alright, now The big engine gribbly. I think maybe a back window just to cover it. Then I'm gonna have to paint it into some sort of metallic color, but that's fine. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. As long as I can keep the beautiful original paint job, I'm happy. Well, I already see that I screwed a little bit here because there's a fingerprint of mine in super glue. But I have a second one which is smaller, and I think it's gonna go in here just to don't cover the driver's side. And here it goes. It's actually surprising how well it's stuck together so quickly. And now I want to add some wires into wheel wells because I was quite worried that they're gonna look barren and empty, and that's exactly how they look like. So I just gonna figure this out and be right back and show you the effect of the work, I think. And then I'm gonna switch to painting and basing. So now I finally figured out when I want to have these wires. I throw one in each of the wheel wells, and then I added some underneath the car itself. So this is how it presents itself right about now. So yeah, I have to undercoat it and get into painting. So yeah, I'll be right back once the paint is dry. So after watching the paint dry for an hour, I have this. I just undercoated in red because, well, I simply ran out of black lately. And I'm still kind of stuck in the house, so yeah. First thing first, let's just cover everything that I just painted in red in a bolt gun metal or any other shade of metallic colors. I want a just pure metal for this, and then the pipes some of them gonna stay red, some of them probably gonna be blue or green. But yeah. And again, this is just a quick color, and you don't have to be with this undercoat, with red undercoat, you don't have to be particularly neat with painting over it, as red tends to enhance some colors, but as well it's gonna, with this shade of red I used in here, it's gonna show some sort of rust or corrosion, so win-win situation with it. And I'm a lazy model maker, and I like to go for easy options, and black of course is probably the easiest, because then you don't have to worry about hiding all of your little mistakes in the nooks and crannies, because black gonna do it for you. But with red, especially on rusty vehicles, you're saving yourself a ton of time again, just by simply this being a color of the rust. So Yeah, but I want it to look relevantly new, so covering as much as I can, of course leaving some of them, because since those components would be exposed to elements all the time, they are probably prone to rust. But still, it helps if you want to skip a couple of steps or not being extremely what do I want to say? Extremely neat with your paint job. And I just ran out of my metallic paint here. So like I said, I need to cover this window to make it look metallic as a metal plate. So I just cover it in here and then paint this engine part. And again, I'm not covering everything. I want some small red spackles here. Not too much though. And in between the guns. The jet engine looked too red. There must be still some wet red paint in the nooks. Yep, definitely. But after an hour of waiting, I really had enough. I have to jump into it. Alright. Now let's just wash this brush. And now what I want to do is blue colors. I have in here turquoise, which is a blue-green. Not perfect, but better than nothing. Come on. And this is gonna be for the repulsion discs, whatever you want to call those. And I'm doing this on the wet metallic paint because I hope that some of the metallic pigment gonna transfer to it. Oh, again, I moved out of the frame like always. Wow. So I want this inside to be filled with turquoise, and I want this to be spilling out like light tend to do, and then this little discs in the middle, I want it to be turquoise as well. And there we go. And on top I want those little discs to be turquoise. And now just dry the brush off a little bit, and this red in here gonna screw with me. Yeah, definitely too much paint. Impatience killed the patient. Now that I screw it up, I can just dry it off with a piece of towel. And now back to turquoise. And this happened to me more often than not. So yeah, for now, this is how it looks. He still needs, I'm gonna just paint the pipes because this is just small gentle job and I don't want to do it in front of the camera. I'll be right back. So after I used my brain for 5 minutes, I figured out to just air dry everything with a airbrush. And that helped. And now just dry brush with ice blue. Or any other very light blue you have. Well, it's not very dry brush, it's quite wet actually, but yeah, I want it to be somewhat glowing with that blue color, so I use it very liberally. Sorry about that. I don't know, those discs just remind me of a nebulous, of the Matrix spaceship boosters. So yeah, that's pretty much all. That's it to painting this guy. Now let's just base him. I'm gonna base him and be back. So after some time struggling to put it on the base, I finally managed to get a proper hover car. And how you can see, the base is just a tension base with a piece of fishing line, and the car is properly hovering over it. Thank you very much for watching, and please rate, comment and subscribe, and have a lovely day.